Investors had been anticipating a spike in marijuana stock, and finally, they got their wish this year. These cannabis stocks have recently been gaining traction. With that in mind, there is a big reason for you to find out the big names involved in the marijuana industry right now. Hello and welcome to The Stock Monster. Join our channel by smashing that subscribe button and click the bell icon to be notified of our new videos. Be with us till the end as we take a deeper look at the top 5 cannabis stocks to buy in 2021 to help you select the best cannabis investment. Number 1. GW Pharmaceuticals. Investing in a growing market carries a significant amount of uncertainty. Thus, choosing assets that balance these risks is important. Because of the regulatory issues surrounding cannabis stocks are riskier than investments in other, less regulated businesses. GW Pharmaceuticals provides investors with an exciting opportunity to participate in the cannabis sector while avoiding discussing legal recreational marijuana usage. The company has no plans to produce cannabis or serve the adult-use cannabis market. However, it employs cannabinoids extracted from the cannabis plant as key ingredients in creating new therapeutic alternatives, elevating medical marijuana to a new level. Epidiolex, a medicine developed by GW Pharmaceuticals, is the company's claim to fame. The medication is a highly refined version of cannabidiol, or CBD, designed to treat seizures associated with Dravet syndrome and Lennox-Gastaut syndrome in children aged 2 and above. It is also the product that has earned JW Pharmaceuticals the distinction of being the first biotech company to obtain FDA clearance for a cannabis-related medicine. The drug's increasing sales are a guiding factor behind the company's impressive year-over-year revenue growth, which is expected to reach over 69% in 2020. In 2020, the company produced $527.2 million in total revenue. More than $510 million linked directly to Epidiolex sales. Using CBD as the primary component in Epidiolex, GW Pharmaceuticals will benefit from lower costs and improved accessibility, supporting the company in future profit expansion. The corporation is far from a hoax. Setivex, another cannabis-based medicinal alternative, is now in the last phases of research at GW. This treatment focuses on the use of cannabis extracts, THC, and CBD as possible treatments for people who have multiple sclerosis. If this medication is authorized, it has a good possibility of being a success and a substantial income generator for the corporation. Aside from Epidiolex and Setivex, the business has 2 more cannabis-based clinical candidates in 4 different clinical development programs. GW Pharmaceuticals is one to keep an eye on, with various clinical research projects now active. Revenue expanding at a fast pace, and Sativex on the threshold of entering the market. Number 2. Kronos Group. Kronos Group competes with GW Pharmaceuticals at the opposite end of the cannabis industry. The firm focuses on recreational cannabis and has swiftly grown to become one of the largest in the marijuana industry. A significant portion of the firm's success may be attributed to an investment made by the American cigarette corporation, Altria. Kronos Group, the creator of Marlboro, Parliament, and Virginia Slim cigarettes, identified potential in the cannabis sector early on and regarded it as one of the greatest marijuana stocks on the market. Kronos Group is a prominent cannabis producer in Canada, contributing to the country's thriving cannabis industry. However, this is only one aspect of the company's operation. The firm is also constantly engaged in expanding into new areas across the world. The largest of these markets is the United States, and entering it can result in soaring values. Kronos Group is strategically situated to prosper from the future legalization of cannabis in the United States. Given the company's success in the Canadian market, relative success in the US market would result in significantly bigger revenues due to the considerably bigger size of the US economy. All Kronos would need to take on the US market is a solid partner who can steer the firm through the region's specific regulatory setup. Altria's investment in Kronos Group proved to be a perfect match. Kronos can cultivate enough cannabis to fulfill demand if and when cannabis becomes legal in the United States. Furthermore, being a major tobacco company in the United States, Altria Group knows the marketing, manufacturing, and sales of strict regulatory products in the region. Between the two, there is potential for total dominance of the U.S. marijuana industry, making Kronos one of the top stocks in the cannabis industry and another one to keep an eye on. Number 3. Innovative Industrial Properties Incorporated. Cannabis is divided into various subsectors: growers, dispensaries, healthcare companies, and businesses that support and supply them are all part of the cannabis ecosystem. Physical space is a critical component of that ecosystem. After all, to run a cannabis growing operation that produces enough flowers to earn a meaningful profit, or a company that processes the plant into final products on a large scale, these businesses need space to function. They require real estate. Innovative Industrial Properties can help with that. The stock is a real estate investment trust, or REIT, unlike any other REIT currently on the market. The first firm listed on the New York Stock Exchange to supply real estate funding to the expanding medicinal marijuana business in the United States. As a REIT, the corporation acquires income-generating properties through capital made by a large number of investors. However, the corporation is not interested in purchasing residential complexes or malls. Instead, it invests in large tracts of land that have been expressly engineered for use as indoor cannabis grow rooms. These properties are subsequently rented to growers, and the rent revenues are divided among investors. The firm returns at least 90% of its revenues to shareholders in the form of dividends, making it an excellent choice for income investors seeking exposure to the cannabis market. This stock, however, does not behave like any other income investment you've seen before. It has risen from around $80 per share to more than $180 per share in the last year, making it an appealing prospect for growth investors as well. The company's business plan is indeed working, as it persists in paying out large dividends to investors. And with the stock's price increase over the last year, there isn't an investor who isn't grinning from ear to ear. Overall, this is a stock worth checking out. Number 4. Canopy Growth Corporation. Canopy Growth Corporation has successfully established itself. The firm is one of the top 3 cannabis firms globally by market capitalization and has grown to become the world's largest cannabis grower. Like Kronos Group, Canopy has drawn high-dollar investment interest from a U.S. company operating in a highly regulated industry. In August 2018, Constellation Brands, widely known for its alcoholic beverage brands such as Corona, Modelo, and Casa Noble, announced a $4 billion investment. Consequently, Canopy Growth Corporation's financial sheet is at least as outstanding as Kronos Group's, ranking as one of the cannabis industry's top 2 finest balance sheets. Like many sectors, Canopy had its second quarter fiscal 2020 financial reports showing growing losses and lower total sales. However, the company rebounded in the third quarter, increasing sales by 23% year after year, primarily due to a comeback in local recreation cannabis demand and overseas medicinal demand. While it has started to recover from difficulties related to coronavirus blues, a clear statement is made that the company remains massively undervalued, allowing for further growth. Furthermore, experts anticipate a rapid recovery, which fits with the notion that Canopy Growth is grossly underestimated. Canopy is perhaps one of the most excellent cannabis-related companies on the market today as a long-term investment. Following recent sales decreases, it may take a bit of time for the firm to return to profitability, but it can simply wait. The corporation has several billions of dollars in cash. It is in the process of investing part of it in purchasing smaller firms and assets, laying the groundwork for rapid revenue growth once COVID-19 passes and other legislative conditions change throughout the world. Canopy Growth is all about the good stuff. It has the cash to spend and intends to develop the opportunity for exceptional long-term value. In conclusion, this stock would be one to consider investing in. Number 5. Tilray Incorporated. Tilray is already one of the major Canadian cannabis producers. However, the firm is anticipated to become the largest cannabis producer globally due to its merger with Aphria, which is projected to close by the end of the second quarter of 2021. Tilray is the proud parent company of High Park Holdings, Fresh Hemp Foods, Smith & Sinclair, and many other subsidiaries. Still, none of these minor subsidiaries can compete with Aphria, one of the top cannabis growers. The merging of these two corporations takes market consolidation to a whole different height. The COVID-19 pandemic has been devastating to the marijuana industry as a whole. Lockdowns resulted in massive income losses and severe drops for many. Several vaccinations are now available, and many people believe the COVID-19 pandemic will be over shortly. Tilray intends to profit from the reopening with its scalable operating footprint and varied cannabis product line. Tilray has become the world's largest cannabis producer by attempting to consolidate the cannabis industry. As the globe reopens after one of the biggest healthcare crises in modern history, the firm is positioned for enormous expansion ahead. There are also plenty of investment risks in this industry, making it a thrilling journey to embark on. And if everything goes smoothly, the cannabis sector might soon be thriving, with the potential to generate hundreds of billions of dollars in income for the businesses who partake. We'll end with that notion. I hope you learned a lot from this video. As you leave, don't forget to leave us with a like, share, and also check out our other videos. We'll see you at the next one.